Any questions?
That's
I
all
didn't
right.
even do my hair.
Wow, you look fabulous, dude. You look amazing. So everybody, welcome Ivan Lovegren from Watch the Breaks. All right, lovely, sunny California. Thank you for taking the time to be on.
Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
They're doing good. I'm doing good. I think the last time we saw you was what, July? End of
Yeah.
July?
Yeah, the for the National
At the National.
in Chicago.
We sure did have a fun weekend then, huh?
Oh yeah, that Lou Malnati's and Giordano's pizza party taste test, and that other place, that local place from Elgin, wasn't too bad. It was just different. It wasn't the deep.
Yeah, Lou Malnati's won, of course, which was good.
Yep.
It was Danny's, yeah. It was Danny's Pizza. It was Danny's. So you had fun here at the National. You guys got together and went out to see the lovely confines, the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Tell us about that day when you went to see
Oh,
the
it was
Cubbies.
great. Yeah, we got to see the Cubs play. They played against the Colorado Rockies, so it was an easy win already. But sorry if there's any Rockies fans in the chat room. But yeah, no, it was a blast. Nate came. I know that you were busy setting up for the National, so you weren't able to make
Right.
it. But we had Oz there.
Mm-hmm.
We had Mel and Richard Hardy were there,
Yep.
and then Stefan and Angela and their cousin randomly. She was nice though. But yeah, Stefan is Junk Wax Twins on Twitter. How many people that are in the UStream are on Twitter?
Pretty much all of them.
Okay.
Pabst
trying
Beer
to-
is here. I'm not sure who Pabst Beer is. It might be...
Oh, it's probably Brad, right?
No, Brad drinks... Oh, yeah, he does drink Pabst. PBR.
Yeah, he just won a big prize pack from them.
Oh, yeah.
A few days ago.
They
It's
probably
kinda
made
funny.
him change his chat name to Everything Pabst for a month in order to get those... For a free koozie, everything you do
Yeah.
has to be Pabst.
So, but hey, I know that you got questions for me, but I got questions for you, Chris,
Oh.
because I know that nobody ever puts you guys on the spot,
Right.
and I just want to show some things here.
Oh, gosh.
We got hard questions, Chris.
Okay.
Can you guys see this? You guys see that?
Yeah? Yeah.
Are you seeing this?
Yeah, those are our
So, Chris,
monsters.
my question is, with these hits that you've been pulling,
Yeah.
can you confirm the rumors that you are on performance enhancers?
I am not, nor does my house reside above an ancient burial ground of saints either. So, no. But I tell you what, oh, where is it? I was one step ahead of you, Ivan. Where's the oven mitt?
He was one step ahead
I
of me.
was. Damn it. I can't find the oven mitt. I actually have an oven mitt down here, Ivan, that I break out now and again. That's cool. Those are nice hits, weren't they?
Yeah, there were some good stuff. Quite a few one of ones, and I know you got a Fred Bolitnikoff one of one there, right?
Yeah, that's in the
going
draft
out
tonight.
So how does that fantasy football breaking work while we're talking cards? Like, how do you do a break that's fantasy football?
It is very cool. It comes from the brain of Nate, and he wanted to do it when we first started. And I was like, I love the idea, but nobody knows who we are, and it'll be kind of wacky. So once we got established, we figured it out. So here's how it works: you open up a box of Score, right? Last week we used a jumbo football. There's 12 people, 12 spots. And you're in this, by the way, tonight. I'm putting you in it.
Oh, I'm in it?
Surprise. Yes, you're in it.
Sweet.
We give all of our guests something. You get something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Watch, I'll get Jay Cutler as my quarterback, I
So,
promise you.
right. So you're in it. So we're going to open that, and there's 12 spots, 12 people. So they're going to make their team from their pack. All right? I'll open them up. We'll keep track of the players, and we'll send you your options. You're going to start a team just like you would with Yahoo. Then we're going to open up Hot Rookies, Prism, and freaking Triple Threads and lay out all the hits the following week, and you will draft the hits based on how you did that week in fantasy. Do you follow me? Now you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. So what I accidentally just did was I was still trying to log into the Ustream, and so I reloaded it, and then the commercial started playing, and so it was really loud in my headset, and I thought if I muted my microphone, at least you guys wouldn't hear what I'm hearing in my headset.
Yeah. So it's
These are
Alan,
the technical issues that plague me.
Alan is helping my ADD brain out. It's a quarterback, a running back, wide receiver, and 2 flex positions. That's who you start. and then we use Yahoo standard scoring. So Nate just goes in and puts in Amari Cooper, Yahoo points, boom. That becomes your points. And then we do a hit draft, which we're going to do tonight, for the cards. And some of them this week, a Marquise Lee autograph to 100, Chris Borland auto, Charles Sims, Jordan Reed. But then there's this, the Biletnikoff, bad boy. So for $30, it's a lot of fun. You get to watch fantasy. I throw in extra hits for the draft. And you're in it this week, my man.
Awesome. And did I hear that there was triple threads this week?
This is not in it. This is a Noah Syndergaard 5 of 5. That is not in it. Triple threads football, dude.
Oh, wow.
And we still have 5 spots left, so if you want in, go get them. $30. Malk is here. The Malkster. Return of the Malk.
Where is he? Where is he? I don't see him. I don't see him.
No, he's not actually here. That was Brandon. Malk is in Ustream.
Ustream. That's the one I'm having trouble loading still. It's taking freaking ever.
Yeah. That's why
I'm really bad at tech stuff.
So
that's why episode 9 of the breaks is not already done. Was not out in June like it was supposed to be.
Well, we chatted earlier today secretly. Y'all think we just get on live and wing it like this. No, we met for hours on end today. But we were talking about the breaks. What's going on with Watch the Breaks and the latest happenings?
Oh, so I actually have something else that I can show all of you.
Okay.
Right here. You probably won't be much smaller, but where is it? So yesterday, I got this. Let's see if this reads up there. If you can't read that, the top text from my editor from yesterday says, "I will get number 9 colored this week." We had some big problems where my editor was using one program and my color correctionist was using another program that didn't talk to each other.
Okay.
To the point where the editor had to buy a different program and re-edit the whole thing. Literally the day he delivered it, I got a separate text from my color guy saying, "Hey, I just got a gig on a feature film. It's going to be 6 to 8 weeks." So, yeah. So actually, Nate and Oz's fiance Sarah have seen episode 9's rough cut because I happened to be in the car with them when I got it texted. But that was back in July, and we've just been waiting on this guy to be available. And so now he will hopefully finish that, and it will be up this week. Yay!
This week. So what does that mean for this week? Does that mean that it goes live, like done, up on the website?
I mean, literally the color is like we've edited it, we've double checked the credits and everything, so it's just the color, and then it takes about 20 minutes to upload it, and for me to type in whatever dumb little text is on YouTube that says, "Hey, this is episode 9 where Ivan does something stupid."
Well, why? Can you give us any insight on what episode 9 is going to be?
Well, actually, episode 9 and 10 are a dual episode. So episode 9 ends on a bit of a cliffhanger. But episode 9, I'm taking my girlfriend for her on her birthday to a special event that is actually relevant to her, but she doesn't realize that. And when she sees that it's at a card shop, she freaks out. So that's the conflict there and the comedy. But no, I'm really bringing her there for a special reason for her. But
that's cool.
So yeah,
I love
cliffhangers at the end of that one.
They are fun to watch. So because we watch the breaks. So what else? I think, Ivan, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Yeah, I think there's a new Star Wars movie coming out in December sometime.
Starring this guy.
That would be him, a Gamorrean guard. That would be awesome if he's in there.
He's the president of the New Order.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, I should have warned everybody.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Now we know there's Gamorrean guards in it.
No, actually, these are part of the giveaway. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Probably,
and I have some here
I'm all
too.
Excited.
Yep.
Yeah, I got these from Chris when I was there. In fact,
So you're regifting.
Well, no, I'm not giving away these. I'm keeping these. You're giving away more to other people. These are treasures. In fact, I've got a.
I gave you a sign. That's sweet.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm really bad with left and right too.
I know it's backwards on there.
So it's Warwick Davis, who played R2-D2 and the Ewoks, as well as this person in episode 1. but we'll
Yes.
forgive him for being in episode 1. But yeah, autographed by him. That was a gift from Chris.
That's Willow, I think. Or not Willow.
Yeah, he played Willow.
Yeah, he was Willow. That's right.
So, are you guys excited for the new Star Wars? Who's going to go at midnight?
Yeah, well, see, the problem is I live in Chicago, so it's kind of cold in December.
So?
But wait, I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do with tickets. Like, do I have to wait in line to get tickets when they go
No,
on
tickets
sale?
go on sale. I think like October 18th online.
Oh, really?
It's the new millennium, Chris.
I know. I was just there the other day to see a movie, and I forgot to ask. I'm like, what's the process going to be? Do I have to wait in line, or can I get them early, or what?
Yeah, in fact, actually, this is so the last great moment of my life until now was the minute before Star Wars Episode 1 opened. And in Omaha, where I live, the AMC, well, tickets went on sale a week before. There was this new thing. And we didn't know until about 10 hours before that they were also going to sell them over the phone. So there was a big group of us in line outside in front of the theater for 24 hours before I skipped school that day. My parents wrote me a note to get me out of school.
Sweet. To go.
yeah.
That's love. Good.
And the movie theater actually bought us all Krispy Kreme donuts and then Subway at lunchtime, which I thought, or no, pizza, Domino's, which I thought was really, really cool for all of us sitting outside. I was second in line.
Nice.
And I got, I think, 12 tickets total to see it during 3 shows in the first 24 hours. Oh, man.
Was that episode 1?
Yeah, episode 1. It's all downhill from there.
I know. I remember that excitement to see that thing, man. That was so, like, such a big deal. And Sith, too. I don't really remember what I did for Attack of the Clones. Don't remember what I did for that. That was the middle one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I cannot get Ustream to work. So apologies to everybody on Ustream, but I might be able to respond to some of the people on Breakers.
It's all right. They're seeing ya.
Who's Bonk102? Is that somebody on Twitter? I wanna know. I figure PJ is PJ Clark.
Yeah, PJ's PJ.
Steven Radford is Steven Radford.
Yep.
Money
Loan.
Loan. I know you, but I don't actually know your name.
That's Jeff S. Money Loan Cards.
Jeff S. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I follow Money Loan Cards on there
Bonk 102 is on Twitter.
as Bonk102.
And then
That sounds like a FM radio station.
Bonk 102.
Today on Bonk 102, we've got the breaks.
A-Rod is in Ustream. C. DeMetti is Carlos. He's a local guy here. Don Carlos. NC Kid,
did
75.
I meet Carlos?
Oh, yeah, you met Carlos at the National.
Yeah, Carlos was cool. Okay, Michael. Bonk is Michael. Gotcha.
Bonk is Michael.
I
Took
don't know
me
why I'm not
about
following.
3 weeks to figure that out. Remember, Michael? I just kept getting his name mixed up, which is, that happens. Anything else you want to...
Oh, sorry, I got on Twitter. Here I am live on Top Shelf Breaks Live, and I'm getting on Twitter and getting distracted.
see?
Now you know what it's like.
To have it.
The other cool thing that I got going on right now is I shot a pilot back in February. It's similar to the breaks, only no offense, collectors, but I looked at it and I said, okay, the card collecting industry is this big. What's an industry where I could make content that is 200 times that? And so it's called Gamer Sesh. You can follow it on Twitter at Gamer Sesh. And go onto YouTube and watch the trailer. Also youtube.com/gamersesh. But it's we shot a
Sesh
full
as in
pilot.
session?
Yeah, SESH.
SESH.
Which also is literally the name of the star who happens to be an aspiring pro gamer.
Okay.
So it's about an aspiring pro gamer who does happen to be a woman as well. So there is that sort of conflict that you get. It is a male-dominated industry, and there's some very interesting prejudices, but it's a comedy, so we don't harp too much on the politics. We really just try to make it fun and exciting. So that actually signed with a management company just a few weeks ago, so we are going out to networks and production studios now.
Wow.
So it has a lot of potential.
That sounds like a market that would be good to reach. That
Yeah.
shouldn't be too much of a problem, but will work out well for you. Now,
Yeah,
aren't you doing is that the movie you were talking to me about today?
No, the movie is called Canyon Road, and that has been, that was a learning experience. Hopefully that will be out soon. I might end up just self-releasing that, like on demand or something.
You just said self-release, but okay.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
what she said.
And that one's about a couple who gets hit by a landslide while driving through the Malibu canyons and gets buried alive at the bottom in their car,
Really?
fighting for survival. Yeah.
That's a log
So,
line if I ever heard one. I love it.
oh, thank you. So yeah, and that one does star me. Gamer Sesh actually doesn't star me. I'm just creating it and trying to impart my comedy somewhere.
Yeah.
So watch the trailer and tell me if you laugh at all.
Where can they find
It's
the trailer? Do you got
like I said, youtube.com/gamersesh.
Gamersesh,
It's
okay.
the it's the only video uploaded to the channel. So it's
But what
easy to
about
see.
your? Don't you have a? We got your Twitter. I swear there's another way. Is it to watchthebreaks.com or on YouTube or
Oh,
what's your YouTube page?
So yeah, the YouTube page for Watch the Breaks is
Yeah.
actually youtube.com/collectfail.
Collect fail. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because there were already so many The Breaks. There was a web series about surfing a couple years ago that nobody watched, but it was called The Breaks, and there's like all sorts of rap songs called The Breaks. So as much as it's a relevant title,
Yeah.
it's actually a really poor title to make it stand out from everything else. But I'm glad that you guys know me as that. If I'd started a little bit later, I was in the hobby on Twitter and in the community for about a year before we launched officially, but there's just so many The Breaks. Like it's such a generic name
Yeah, I know what you mean.
that we might have gone with something else, but it works.
It does work.
Thank you everybody for your support.
Yeah, everyone knows you as Watch the Breaks, dude. That's the way
Yeah.
that goes.
Yeah, I've got 5 times as many followers at Watch the Breaks as I do at Ivan Lovegren on Twitter.
Well,
So
see,
thank you everybody.
that
You make
says
it possible.
something. That's marketing. Now I had to check. I do think. Where is it? I do think this guy might have a game tomorrow.
Oh, that's graded.
It's
That's
just a
9.5.
common. This is the air guitar, Chris Bryant. I named that. If someone else did,
Huh.
awesome to them.
Nice.
But I think I called this one the air guitar, Chris Bryant rookie. It's a 9.5.
That's awesome.
What are your feelings? What are your thoughts? I am anxious. That means I'm nervous and I'm anxious. How are you feeling about tomorrow night's game? And where are you watching it? What are you doing? How's it all going?
Well, my older brother lived in Pittsburgh for 12 years, so he's a bit of a traitor. He is rooting for the Pirates, but he got off work, and I, of course, work from home, so we're both free. We're going to go up on the Sunset Strip and watch it at a sports bar up there,
Nice.
and I'm not nervous at all. I mean, Arrieta's pitching, like what's going to happen? Someone on Twitter today, Nick Schroeder, was trying to talk some stuff and say, oh, the Cubs can't hit Garrett Cole, and it's like, come on, get over it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just saying it to be like a fan. Oh, they're going to win. But I got this little gut feeling that they're going to pull out a win tomorrow night.
Vegas has them favored. I think -130 is the line.
Really?
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's on the road?
Yeah.
It's a trap. No,
It always is with Vegas.
it's a trap. Cool, man. Well, this has been fun. You guys follow him on Twitter. I'm sure every single one of you do because we share a lot of the same followers. I just want to say thank you for
Right
your
fan 85 is blocked.
the what?
Oh, right fan 85. You need to block him.
Why?
He's not allowed to talk anymore.
Oh, Pirates
Well,
in 10 innings. Yeah.
yeah.
Bye. Kicked. Cubs win the series, then they lose to the. Oh, he's a Mets fan. You guys are all out.
Man. Well, hey, and this is actually something too that I say to card shops because I like going to. There's not a ton of card shops in Los Angeles, surprisingly, given the capita of people.
Yeah.
But I always, whenever somebody starts railing about breaks and says that they're gambling, I say, no, what you need to do, like if I ran a card shop, I would make an event every Topps launch for, because you have this wide variety of people. You have Mets fans, you have Pirates fans, you have all these people. Why don't you just make it like an at-cost event, which encourages your people to get in the shop and give them, have them just get their team at cost? Because that's the one thing that bugs me a bit about breaking is I'm a Cubs fan. And so now that Chris Bryant is the hot thing, I actually can't get it. But by contrast, breaking is great if you're just trying to collect your team, Like if you're a Redskins fan and you can go get them in every single break this year,
Yeah.
that's awesome. You know,
But you can't because, you know, they cost money, the boxes. So
oh yeah, no, I get that, but I'm just saying like you can get if I were to buy a box of tops, the odds that my one auto would be a Cub are pretty low. But if I'm able to buy into a case break
Yeah.
for half the cost of one box and get all the Cubs, my odds go up of getting what I like, you know.
well,
So anyways, so
Yeah.
as much as I tease all you guys about cheering for the Pirates or the Mets or God forbid the Cardinals, you know, I think
Ew.
that's what makes breaking and the hobby in general even possible is the fact that you guys do have some different opinions. So I appreciate it, and I hope you know that it's all in fun.
it is all in good fun. So let's talk about real quick. What do you think of, you know, this whole breaking thing, this group break, this case breaking industry as a whole? The different styles that there are. There are team breaks. There's completely randoms. There's guys are doing all kinds of stuff out there trying to innovate. My personal opinion, and I'll let you follow up, is that I don't want to turn this into a casino floor. You know, I do give away stuff. We do add in extra bonuses and extra randoms. And I think that's part of the business is the randomness of all of this, right? But I don't want to turn it into a casino floor where people are actually gambling and trying to like just hit big cards. What do you think of the whole thing and where it's at? And give me a percentage of where you think it is as far as 100% mass appeal reach.
Well, I think it's always a balance. I mean, I still go to the hobby shop on occasion, and I still buy boxes online at you know, from Blowout and whatnot on occasion.
Yeah.
You know, and I get all my supplies. If I'm in an LCS and I need supplies, then I'll buy it there. But otherwise, you can get the Ultra Pro sleeves for half the cost on Amazon. So it's one of the things that I think is a reality of the internet. The internet changed a ton of industries. It changed the newspaper industry.
Yeah.
I mean, all the media news, in fact. Look, television stations have to be on Twitter now to break news that quickly
Yep.
and to interact with their followers. So I think in reaction to the way that the hobby has had to change I mean, the hobby had to create hits essentially because once the internet came out, we realized, oh, these actually aren't rare cards. You know, this Barry Bonds rookie card, everybody has 600 of them. Before you used to need the traveling show to hit your town that, you know, once every 2 months to fill your checklist. Now you can fill it on Check Out My Cards for a quarter.
Yep.
So that said, you know, you have to do something to keep it thriving and to cater to that audience. So I think that it's great that it exists for that capacity. I do get a little bothered sometimes, like at the National, I was at one of these big breaker things, and you know, the guys are just ripping the cards. Literally, one guy I saw was ripping $200 boxes of Upper Deck that were one of the one-pack boxes.
Oh my gosh.
And he's just looking at it to see if it's the case hit. Like that's it. He's not even looking at this $200 pack. All he wants to do is find the triple booklet. Like he was just
Wow.
looking at the side of it, setting it down. Looking at the side of it, setting it down. 8 packs in. Oh, hey guys, I got you know. And it's like that to me. It just made a weird feeling in my stomach.
Yeah.
You know. But then you see, you know, like Houdini, who I love, you know, he breaks a crap ton of Bowman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he flips through the commons a little quick, but, you know, last year I would even see he would stop at the Bryants, even the Bryant base, you know, and sort of enjoy him for just a second. You know, and I know I've broken with you guys, and it's like, you know, you see a good designed card, doesn't necessarily have to be super expensive, and it's a lot of fun, and it's something that we do as a community now. Like, look at all these guys that are in the room with us right now to watch you break some cards in a minute.
Yep.
You know, because they have a stake in it too. So it's like we're all doing it together.
Well,
and
that's the fun
another
thing.
thing that you know, just to wax poetic for a minute about the whole hobby. When I was a kid, I collected cards. My older brother collected cards a bit. The kid down the street collected cards, and he had more money than us, so he had more expensive cards, and he would throw them in a shoebox with
Yeah.
no protection. And it just blew my mind. Like I'm competitive about card collecting, and so I never really had somebody that was the same. And then I found Twitter, and I found forums like this, and it's like you actually find the people that maybe location wise you wouldn't have in your life. But look at all the. I mean, I know all these guys on the side. I know PJ. You know,
Yeah.
I know Michael now. You know, I know Mock, who I guess is on UStream, so I don't see him. You know, but I love Mock. Like Mock and I have hung out.
Yep.
You know, me and you have hung out, all because of breaking and what the internet has done to, you know, grow the hobby. So,
That's
anyways,
exactly
that's
it.
my tirade.
You are right about that, dude. It really does build a sense of community. Like when I used to go to the celebrations, I would go there and we would just reconnect with everybody at the convention. You know, you go to dinner, you
Yeah.
go to happy hour, you go buy stuff, you come back, you share it, you show it, you trade, and that's definitely the vibe we like to create here. Versus, like you're saying, checking for the big fat booklet and just moving on and zipping through. Up. Not about that. So
Yeah.
thank you
And
for
let me ask. I
helping.
mean, let me ask the chat rooms. How many of you guys have made money on this hobby, and how many of you have lost money on it? You know, like even the big hitters and the big gamblers, they're not making money, but they're having fun, and you're spending money on the fun. You know, and you know it.
It is. We're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of like, oh, that's a $200 card or a $400 card, but they're beautiful and they're nice. And
Yeah.
all it does is this Syndergaard here. I'm not a baseball fan, but I'm going to send it to a home where someone will set this on their shelf, and
Yeah.
I will turn this into a Joe Montana.
Well,
or
that's what I was just thinking
something.
already. I was like, you're already thinking of what you can turn it
I'm
into,
gonna turn it into
which is
something.
for your collection. So.
Maybe I can turn this into a box of black gold or sterling football or something cool, or a box
yeah.
of NT. Who knows?
Yeah, and I do get. I will say though too, from the card shop standpoint, and you'll probably mute me during this because it's the anti-breaker side. But you know, I get the rules in place for retail and hobby, and having a shop front and things like that, and having that gripe with the companies. And I think that the companies may not have handled the transition perfectly, but we're all trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, we all just got thrust into this. Suddenly, we can communicate, and sorry, I just saw Topps '89 box and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So
Well, they
So, yeah,
will
sorry,
figure it
get
out
distracted.
because when the music
Yeah.
industry changed in early 2000, I remember all the conference calls that this is just a phase, this is just a fad. Everybody's going to want to hold on to a CD and read the little booklet, and they didn't know how to turn with the times. So now it's what's happening here. All the manufacturers, all the guys that set up tables at shows, they're a little nervous about us. They're like, oh, that's wacky online card stuff, man. I want to have a store. I want to have a shop. We should set up at the shows and sell all the stuff there. Sooner or later, it'll hash itself out. We're just happy to be part of the whole thing and meet all these people.
yeah.
All right,
yeah,
so
and
let's
that's
do
the
this.
best.
We got to give some stuff
People.
away. I got all the people's names in chat.
Spectra Sunday. Yeah, talk about an example of something you're never going to make money on.
Spectra Sunday.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that because I know that you have to sell Spectra, but man, ugh.
What, you don't
if
like
I ever
the Spectra
if I ever
football?
get if I ever get into breaking, I'm just going to be like, every time I'm opening Spectra. Ugh.
Spectra rules, dude. What are you talking about? You don't like Spectra?
That's not. This year is
not both.
amazing.
He's a hater.
Yeah.
All right. Hang on. I'm going to switch over
Give
to
me
this.
some of that. Open up that triple threads. Open it up right now.
I'm going to switch over to this scene here.
Oh, we're doing the giveaway right now.
Yeah.
So I know that you have that. Is the graded Chris Bryan? Is that in the giveaway?
Because what's going to happen is I will forget somehow, and that will not be
I'm
good.
sure that these guys over here will not let you forget.
Right. Wouldn't be the first time. So let's do this. First thing we're going to do is I got a t-shirt from Blowout, our friends. One of those what does it say? Father of the Year shirts from Blowout. And where's the prize pack for the Star Wars? Do you see it anywhere? I got to do some Twitter things today, later too. I can do them later. All right, so we'll do the Star Wars prize pack first. So let me double check everybody in chat. It's Ben Burt. He's standing with C-3PO. Let me add Dodger fan in here. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night.
Ah, that song. Hey, am I in the window twice? I feel like I'm all over the window. Now I'm in the window. Oh, okay.
No, you're in here once.
Oh,
I could
why
do
am I seeing
this.
me? Oh, for some reason I have a little window in Skype of. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exit out. Remember, we did that today.
Yeah, I had no idea what it's happening.
All right, it's here. I showed it.
Technology.
And you stream Ape, A-Rod, Nick. Okay, so let's go 4 times here, and we'll pick a winner. This is will be for the Star Wars prize pack.
Oh, hey, Dodger fan, you missed everything. That's what you missed. Does that have all the Ustream guys in it too?
Yes.
So there's 13 people in here right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
15 counting us. 16 if we count
4. So look, of course, guess who wins it?
ah,
course.
Australian shipping.
Of course he does. So that'll go in his pack. He actually has another one waiting. So can you write that down, Oz? Star Wars pack.
Let me ask you a random question, actually. Does randomizing the list more times make it more random?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Chris Q. Chris Q wins a Father of the Year T-shirt. Right?
Oh, Chris, you know what I forgot? What we forgot to talk about, and what
Yeah.
I'm curious about. This is another one of the hard questions.
Okay.
I had these hard questions. They were written down somewhere, and then I made myself coffee and I forgot. So I've been tagged, in fact, on these Breaktober
Pinktober,
break-
yeah.
Pinktober
Yeah.
stuff. And I know that for one, the NFL, who advertises pink stuff
Yeah.
and says that it's for breast cancer,
Yes.
gives absolutely no money and says that the advertising alone is worth it, and so that's how they justify pretty much selling pink stuff and making a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Sorry, am I allowed to say that?
Too late now, but yeah.
Yep. So that said, I know that you're doing Pinktober.
Yes.
I know you well, and I feel like your motivations are much better than the NFL's.
Yes.
So tell us exactly, specifically, though, hard questions. What are you giving to support breast cancer research for Pinktober, and how do we get involved?
Oh, I like it. Good question. So what we're doing is Friday, we're going to do a big old auction first and foremost. So I got items from Blowout, from Panini, from All Sports, from customers, from TSB, from my personal collection. We're going to build a big old auction, and it'll go up on our eBay site, our Top Shelf Breaks eBay, and we'll send out the link to everywhere, and people will bid on that auction, on that lot.
So is it going to be one lot, or is it going to be a number
Nope,
of lots?
it's going to be one big old lot with boxes
Okay.
in it, with cards, autographs, hits, gold packs,
And the Breaks T-shirt.
silver packs. If you're committing a Breaks T-shirt in
I
there,
am committing a absolutely.
it's in there.
It's. I'm sorry I don't have more, but I'm definitely willing to put that in there for you.
Well, that's what we got. I mean, Panini's. There's going to be Panini shirts in there. There's going to be Blowout shirts. There's Top Shelf Break shirts. Watch the Break shirts. But we also have stuff from All Sports, which I will pick up tomorrow. I don't know what they're putting in there. TSB is going to donate some boxes, TBD, because I don't want to say anything until Friday. Also, what we're doing is there will be select breaks, probably a bigger style break. And 10% of that will go to the American Cancer Society profits from that break. What I wanted to do, Ivan, what we need to work towards is have everybody at Panini, Topps, Blowout, All Sports send us, just pick 2 boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And send it. Then I could donate 100% of the proceeds from that break to the American Cancer Society. That would be could potentially be thousands of dollars. So all they got to do is use the hashtag BreakPink. You'll see which ones are pink breaks, and watch for the auction, and please bid and donate that way. It'll say on eBay, you can pick a charity on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll say on there it's going directly to the American Cancer Society.
Oh, very cool.
So
Very.
yeah,
So there's no hemming and hawing. You guys hear that? Straight answers from Top Shelf
straight
Breaks.
answers, dude. Yeah, you'll see it right there on eBay. It'll go directly to them. One of the reasons I wanted to do this is I've always seen it, but I never had the means to do it. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the time. So now I have a platform. So now I can do some cool stuff like that and raise some money. And we all know someone who's gone through a hard time with breast cancer. So we
Yeah,
should be able to raise some
my
money.
wife's mother is a survivor.
Yep, there you go.
So
We had a laptop. You may remember it, but we sold it. I sold
sorry,
it to
am I allowed to say that publicly?
what-
Sorry, she's cutting
Oh.
cutting vegetables over there. Because despite this awesome artwork on the wall, I'm actually in my dining room because I have some construction going on in my
That's
place.
so high tech.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at how they just stay there.
That's good, man. So I appreciate your help and support and all that. And we all know somebody. I sold our TSB laptop to a family friend, and I met him on vacation because they live out where we were. And I said, how's it going? And he said, well, it's a little rough. He said, my daughter-in-law is going under the knife tomorrow. I'm like, really? Found out that she was having pains in her
Wow.
breasts and went and got checked. She's 31, 32 years old.
Wow.
So she's doing fine. She pulled through it. She's actually going to be on the Today Show. I was like, can you talk about Break Pink, please? On the Today Show.
Yeah.
But they're going to be on there on the 16th, I think they said it was. I don't know. My wife knows.
Props
So-
to Dodger fan, his wife, his aunt as well.
Right. Anything we
Also,
can
just
do.
to set the record straight, they did give $3 million last year to a cancer society group, but
Yeah.
none of it actually goes towards breast cancer research.
Right. It's going into American Cancer Society, which I was going to do Susan G. Komen, but I just wanted to keep it simple and make it easy. I changed it. It's just going to go to the American Cancer Society into their
Yeah.
hopper.
Oh, I was just saying the NFL.
Yeah.
And then the person from the group they were giving to literally said, "Yeah, this doesn't actually support any sort of research,"
Wow,
which
that's
is funny.
freaking
But,
weird.
Yeah. The NFL.
So here we go. I got to do. We have the Chris Bryant and the Kyle Schwarbers. Chris Bryant and Kyle Schwarbers, which are right here. Chris and Kyle in here. Brandon, can you get the little top loaders for these, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
By the way, who won the Astros game today? Did that happen yet?
The Astros.
Yankees?
How many am I with?
The Astros won?
Two of them. I don't know, dude. I'm not a baseball guy. I couldn't tell you. I know what the Cubs are doing, but that's about it. 8% of sales for the NFL. I mean, what they're doing is they're raising awareness, and it's just cool to see because it reminds people. But they probably
Yeah.
could put $1 billion in it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I say I'm glad to hear your straight talk.
Hey, I'll be honest. If I can get $1,000 raised to send to them, I feel good. That's what I want to do. I know it ain't 10,000 or 100,000 or whatever, but that's a good chunk of money if we can at least get that. What you got?
There you go.
3-0 still playing. Astros.
We got a
Astros
Bryant and a Schwarber. Let's see who gets the Bryant air guitar. My question to you.
Oh, you never want to see your name at the top on number 11.
There you go,
It
right fan.
never repeats on number 12.
So
Sorry,
write down
BJ.
Chris Bryant, right fan. And you can only win once, guys. I don't want everyone winning all the time. So if you already won, congrats.
That's a whole nother question, Dodger fan. That's one where you have to. Well, first off, if you sign up for DraftKings, DM
Carlos.
me first, and I'll give you a code that'll give you like some a free entry or something.
Carlos Schwarber.
Yep.
But otherwise, yeah.
TSB
did you see-
T-shirt coming up to 20.
Did you see today that
See how worth that thing
apparently
is?
Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft
Beat
both
up.
have stakes in those companies?
Not
I forget
good.
which one is which,
Look at that.
but they're literally like investors in them.
Who is?
Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft are both investors in either
TSB.
FanDuel or DraftKings.
TSB.
I can't remember which one.
I read that report thing about the insider trading. Is that what you read too? Did you read that?
Well, yeah, there's that too, that the employees
Yeah.
are like,
Using information.
yeah, using the information to go play, but they can't play on their own. So the FanDuel, the DraftKings employees are playing on FanDuel and vice versa.
I know, but we all know that that's a crock because, just they have their buddy do it or their girlfriend or somebody.
Well, it's just that they can't do it on their own.
No.
So they on their own, like if you work for DraftKings, you can't do it on DraftKings. So but you do it on FanDuel.
Do it on
'Cause
FanDuel.
FanDuel's the same thing.
Yeah, the guy won like 300 grand
Yeah.
doing it.
And then got on one of those commercials.
Some of that stuff is weird too. Like, I won like $3 million or whatever on FanDuel, and some of those things.
Well, yeah, but they're $5,000.
Well, it's actually not that hard. No, have you seen like DraftKings? They have it's $3 to enter, and then what happens is every week, like 50 people, like there's 50 different ones because there's
Yeah.
that many people that'll sign up. So number one from each of those then gets an entry into
Oh,
the 3 million thing, and then at the end of the year, like all those people play, and one person from that wins. So it's like a tiered system. It really is like you can get in for $3 and win 3 million, just like the lottery. But the odds of you beating 400,000 other people
Right.
multiple weeks.
oh, is that? Yeah, I thought you had to buy in like the $5,000 Mac Daddy and something like
No,
that.
well, you can do that, and then you can win it in 1 week. Yeah, but there is they have a contest like every year they do like a $2 or $3 million contest on each of those, which each week you can qualify for by playing at the $3 level. So
So how long do you think it will be before they figure out this case breaking group break thing where we're selling random spots and people are taking chances in randomizers and stuff? Tax them, tax them all. They're gonna say
yeah, that's what it'll be. It'll be
it'll be a tax
taxes
thing.
if anything. But
Yeah. All right. What else? Did I have anything else to give away to the chatters? Chris Bryant, Schwarber, Star Wars.
I had a good week on both of them this week. I made $45 after counting the cost of the things.
Damn.
Yeah, and it was only like $9 or $10 that I put in, so it was like I won like 55. But that's because I have a system, which I might go into. I'm thinking of starting a podcast about fantasy football.
Okay. Add that to your list.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So here's what we got, Ivan. We have fantasy football this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. 3, 6, 7, 8. We have 12 spots.
Yeah, bonk. My big one this week was I did a $5 head-to-head, and I did win that one.
$3, huh? So what do you win if you put in $3? Like really? If you played that $3 one, and you
Well, it depends on where you place.
well, I'm saying if you came in first place.
Well, it also depends. So they'll have rooms that are 200. So like this week, I got into one that was 235 people. It was a quarter an entry, but only the top five get paid, and the top five each get paid $10.
25 cent?
So two of my 25-cent entries, I finished fourth and fifth in this out of these 235 people.
Wow.
So my 50 cents turned into $20 in that one.
Damn, 25 cent.
Yeah. But I also had 6 other entries in there, so I lost $1.50
Oh man.
as well. So,
You gotta watch out when you're spending that kind of money.
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy
But then there's
canoe.
other ones that are like, 25 cents, but there's 4,000 people in it. So the top one wins $500, but you still have to place in the top 100 to get paid, even your 50 cents. So it's just there's a lot of rules involved that you have to read, but they're pretty clear about it. Like you can find the rules very clearly.
Dude, they are killing it. I got one more random to give away. Knowing TSB, how we do things around here.
Order arcades.
Take a shot on a silver pack. Take a shot on a silver pack. I appreciate y'all who came in tonight. 1,
Oh, that's fun.
2. There's monsters in the silver packs, but they're kind of. Carlos already won.
Yeah, I actually got a before
PJ!
the season. I got a Robert Griffin.
PJ Silver pack. You can write it on here. You got a Robert Griffin out of
25.
one?
Yeah, I got a Robert Griffin out of 25 that I sold for like $20, I want to say. Maybe $12. I might be wrong. But or did I give that one away? I can't remember anymore. I think I sold that one.
Yeah, you probably gave it away or sold it.
But
traded
that
it.
was right before the season, so it's like this was the year everybody was high on him again before the season. So it was just the perfect timing.
Dodger fan has a question for you. He says, "I just started collecting with my son. Any
Oh,
words
hey.
of
Now
advice?"
I recognize it. Yeah, we talked already. You do blasters, right? You just started going to Target with him, right? Because that's what I would recommend first and foremost. again, it's not gambling. It's not about hitting the big giant autographs, especially with your kids. Funny story on that regard. When I first moved to LA, I had a pretty good job. I was working in production, and I was not an all-time like a avid collector at the time. And I went into a card shop because my little brother's 5-year-old birthday was coming up, and I thought I'm going to buy him a nice box of cards. So I bought him like a second tier box of Topps football. You know, not just Topps base, something decent where he would get, like 2 hits, and it was a little more expensive. Sent it to him, called him up on his birthday, and he's like, "Hey, thank you for the cards. And guess what? Now that I'm 5, I get to be able to chew gum."
Okay.
And I said, "Yep." And I just spent $89 on a box of cards for this kid. You know?
Yeah.
So it's
I get that
he just likes the cards. So I don't think that you need to go chase the big hits. I think it's fun to spend time in a hobby shop with him.
Yeah.
Spend time browsing through those boxes because you can get singles for so cheap, and he'll really enjoy those. But I really think it's about spending time together, doing something fun. Not teaching him how to gamble, but teaching him how to be a part of the community.
Yeah.
That's what my dad did for me. And I hit a moment when I was 12 or 13 and at the card shop with some Topps Finest, I think, looking at them, bought a pack, hit nothing, and realized, you know what, I'm never going to make money doing this. So any money I spend is for fun. If I spend $100 on a single card, that's okay if I recognize that it's just for personal satisfaction and not as an investment.
Right.
So,
and what we do is,
yeah, exactly. Dodgers.
with my son, he's turning 5 in February, and he likes to come down here and he likes to
send him a stick of gum.
play top shelf breaks. That's what he wants to play. And
That's
so
cool.
the easy thing to do is just teach him the teams. Like I quiz him. He thinks the Bulls are the cows. He likes the cows. He literally calls them the cow team. So it's fun to teach your kids the different teams. These are the Rockies. These are the Yankees. Look at the logo and make them tell you back what team it is, and then have them search for those teams. So now he knows to go in and look for 49ers, he's gone through.
I literally learned how to read.
Yeah.
This isn't a story that I've told. I don't think I've actually told this story publicly, even on Twitter in the last 3 years. In 1988, I had a bunch of 1988 Topps and Donruss, and I knew every single player because I watched the Cubs play every single day. And I learned how to read because I knew the players, and so I learned how to read from their names on the cards.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's breaking news. I might tweet that out. I even learned how to read from sports cards.
Yeah, and then people will start to question my ability to read, but
That works. All right, well, let's open some stuff. So
yeah, Bonk, you should buy your son some Spectra.
369.
He's got jokes.
He got jokes.
Ooh, something smells good over here. My new wife, is cooking something yummy. See that? I'm off the market, guys. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to put Albert in there. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's dinner time out there in La La Land. It's like 7:45, right?
Yeah, I'm not even awake yet. You notice I've been drinking coffee? In fact, I actually need more.
You've been drinking coffee since I talked to you this morning. So are you guys ready? Here's going to be this week's fantasy.
Here's how amazing my wife is. She just leaned over and said, "Oh, you want more? I'll get it for you."
Yes.